Hello, Joana Colucci here with your 5-minute farmdoc daily about changes in the wheat outlook after 5 months of war in Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine accounted for almost 30% of the global wheat trade last marketing year. Because of the war in Ukraine, the global harvest is expected to be a little smaller, even though production may increase in some countries. By the way, if you like this video and want to see more, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the farmdoc channel here on YouTube. Global production for the marketing year 2022-2023 is estimated to be almost 772 million metric tons, down 7 million tons from last year, according to the USDA projection in July. Countries like Canada, Russia, and Brazil are expected to increase their harvest, while Ukraine, Australia, and Argentina are expecting smaller harvests. Let's see more about that. Ukraine's wheat production, for example, is projected to be around 19 million metric tons, down 41% from last year. Meanwhile, Russian wheat production is expected to be around 80 million tons, up 8% from last year. The Ukraine-Russia conflict has created an opportunity for Canada to increase its role in global production. In 2021, Canada accounted for 7% of total global exports. And USDA estimates for the next marketing year project Canada's export share to increase to 12% of global volume. Canada's wheat production for the current marketing year stands at 34 million tons, up 57% from last year. Soon after the beginning of the war, the expectation was that Argentina and Brazil, the primary wheat-producing nations in South America, would increase the planting of wheat. That happened in Brazil, but not in Argentina. The first official estimates of the wheat planted area in Argentina show a decrease of 10% from last crop year. The main reason for the decline in the planted area is the weather caused by a third consecutive La Niña, which creates a very complex planting scenario. In addition, more land has been planted with barley, the main alternative as a winter crop. Farmers have chosen to plant barley because they expect a lower degree of government intervention in barley markets. Also, some farmers decided to plant first-season soybeans instead of double-crop wheat and soybeans because of lower production costs. Argentina is among the top wheat providers, accounting for 8% of global exports. Latin America is the main destination, receiving 70% of Argentina's exports. In Brazil, the planted area is expected to cover more than 7 million acres, one increase of 7% over last year, according to the National Supply Company. This would be the largest planted area since 1990, the last year the government regulated the market. If the weather is favorable, Brazilian production will be close to a record of 10 million tons, up 18% from last year. Brazilian producers have increased planting because of the global supply disruption caused by the war in Ukraine. The rise in the price of wheat was one incentive for increased wheat planting. Even though Chicago wheat futures eased to $8 per bushel recently, values remain elevated compared to the historical trends. Also, in the Brazilian domestic market, prices remain higher than the 5-year average because of the depreciation of the Brazilian real relative to the US dollar. Brazil produces 50% of the wheat consumed in its domestic market and imports the remainder mainly from Argentina. It's important to highlight that Russia and Ukraine signed a landmark deal recently to reopen Ukrainian Black Sea ports for grain exports. The movement raises hopes that an international food crisis aggravated by the Russia invasion may be eased. You can read more about this topic in an article written by me, Gary Schnitke, and Silvina Cabrini. A link is in the description of this video. And again, if you want more content like this, please like and subscribe to get new video updates. See ya next time!